AFTV Daily is powered by NordVPN, bringing you all the action from the World Cup in Qatar. Hi and welcome along to AFTV in Qatar. It's another beautiful day. The sun is shining, the birds are whistling. It's lovely over here. Show today brought to you today by NordVPN. You know what? I've got a true story to tell you, right? Since I've been in Qatar, my heating broke down at home, and I heard that at home is very, very cold, and I needed to get it fixed. And I used my NordVPN, and this is how I did it, right? To sort out my heating problem at home. I changed the location that I had here to the UK so I could easily find some contractors. Now I needed to transfer some money. Obviously, the best way to do that and stay secure with your Wi-Fi is to use the NordVPN. So I did that, and I got the job sorted, and everybody at home is nice and warm. And I did it using a secure connection. That's the sort of thing that NordVPN can do for you. Helping me out a lot over here in Qatar. It's absolutely no-brainer when you're on the road. So make sure you check it out. There's a link in the description. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee as well if you're not happy with it. But trust me, if you're on the road, it's an essential tool. Go to nordvpn.com/AFTV right now to be invincible and get your NordVPN. The news from over here in Qatar, of course, was all about England yesterday. England taking on Senegal for a chance to play in the quarterfinals. And I've got to say, it ended up being light work, a very easy win for England. It was a little bit scary at the start. Senegal had a couple of little half chances, but they were snuffed out by England. But then once England got that first goal, second and third, they could have scored more. They were just like in third gear after that, and it ended up being a very easy win. And of course, the star boy himself, Saka, with another goal in the tournament. That's 3 for him now in the World Cup. This kid is amazing. Amazing what he's doing over here in the World Cup. There are a lot of people talking about him. I can tell you that, speaking to a lot of the fans of different countries, they've been saying to me, hey, this kid, he's so good. 3 goals now for Saka, and they are through to the quarterfinals where they're going to play France. Now, of course, France yesterday as well, they won their game by 3-1. It was the Mbappe show. I mean, this guy has been electric. He's the top goal scorer in the tournament now, I think with 5 goals. Absolutely electric in that game against Poland yesterday, and scored 2 in the game. And France are through, and England now know that they will play France. That's going to be a heavyweight game. I'm lucky enough that I'm going to be there, and I cannot wait for it. Can England beat France with Mbappe? You know what, for me, why not? Why not? Listen, I think France have got an excellent team. And I've got to say a big up to Olivier Giroud, ex-Arsenal player, of course, who broke Thierry Henry's goal-scoring record for France yesterday with another goal at the World Cup. They're a strong side. You know, any team that can, you know, they don't even have to play Saliba, who I've got my T-shirt here. That shows you how strong they are, France. But I've seen a couple of France games, I've been to them, and you can get at them. So I think if England go for it, you know, they've got a chance. It's a very evenly matched game. The difference is, of course, Mbappe. But it's a very evenly matched game. And if England get their tactics right and don't go all defensive and all scared like what we've done in the past sometimes when we face the teams, England have got a great chance of winning that game. So looking forward to that one. But we now know that England are definitely going to play France. And once again, congratulations going out to Saka. One of our boys could be in action today again. Of course, Brazil taking on South Korea later on in the late game over here. Looking forward to that one. There's also Croatia playing Japan. That's another one of our boys. So Tomiyasu for Japan, you know, he came on in the second half the other day for Japan, and he played excellently, and is kind of coming back to full fitness. And of course, you know, we've got the prospect of maybe Martinelli, who was the best player on the pitch for Brazil the other day in their much changed side. He's surely knocking on the door for a start. Probably won't start, but you could see him come on in that game for Brazil. He's really been doing very well in the World Cup as well. So 2 of our players could be in action today, and 2 huge games for them. As I said, Brazil versus South Korea, and Croatia, the early game versus Japan, and both of them are going to be really, really good games. On Brazil, of course, one player is definitely not going to be playing, is Gabriel Jesus, on his way back to England now to get a scan on that knee injury that's ended his World Cup. Now, I saw lots of things yesterday saying he's going to be out for 3 months and stuff like this. Nobody knows yet until he's had that scan in London to find out exactly what the prognosis is on that knee injury. The one thing we always do know is knee injuries are never good. They're never good because, you know, your knee's bothering you, you can't run properly. And for an all-action player like Gabriel Jesus, you know, now let's be hoping it's a minor knee injury that just needs a little bit of rest and rehabilitation, and that he can be back in action soon. But at this stage, nobody really knows. So let's wait and see what happens with that. But Jesus on his way back to London. And there's been a lot of talk that Arsenal could possibly recall following Balogun, who's been playing for Reims over there in France and has been banging in the goals all season, one of the top goal scorers in the French league. He's on loan at Reims at the moment. Will Arsenal recall him in January? I mean, there's been a lot of talk about go out and get this striker, get that striker. He's really been on form. He's really been on fire. Will Arsenal recall him? Now, at this stage, Arsenal have not made contact, according to reports I saw Fabrizio Romano even saying it. They've not made contact with Reims about recalling Balogun in January. But you never know. It all depends on the extent of the injury to Gabriel Jesus as to whether Arsenal may look to recall Balogun for some extra firepower. And as I said, he has been banging in the goals over there in the French league. And of course, there's the option of going to buy someone. Now, Cody Gakpo's a player that I see getting linked again today. As I said on yesterday's show, the likelihood more is that he'd go to a Man United. He seems to be very heavily linked with them. But he would be a perfect player to bring in. He's a goal-scoring forward player. Again, another player who's done brilliantly at this World Cup. I think he's on 3 goals as well. So could Arsenal possibly move in for a Cody Gakpo in the January transfer window? That we'll have to wait and see if that possibly happens. But a couple of options there if Jesus is out long-term. Now, of course, Arsenal now making their way over to Dubai, which is not too far away from where I am right now. Even though they're charging a humongous amount of money to get on a flight from Doha to Dubai. But they're going to be playing 2 friendlies in Dubai, starting on Thursday. And they've brought a 27-man squad over to play the games, which includes Fabio Vieira, Kieran Tierney's in there, Odegaard. They've brought a load of youngsters as well. But one player that's going to be really interesting to see if he gets any game time is Emil Smith-Rowe. Emil Smith-Rowe back, travelling over with the squad now. Is he fully fit? I'm not sure yet, but certainly it bodes well that he's in that squad and hopefully he can get some game time. I mean, if we can get him back to fitness, remember he's a goal-scoring forward player as well, that would be very, very big for Arsenal. So Emil Smith-Rowe going to be over there in Dubai playing in the 2 friendlies that start this week. So look out for how those goes. So listen, time to get into my NordVPN player or team of the day. I'm going to give it to a player, and I'm going to be very biased there because this is an Arsenal channel, and I'm giving it to Bukayo Saka. 3 goals in the tournament so far. There was people saying yesterday that, you know, maybe Rashford should start after the last game. But the manager knows, man. The thing is about this kid is that he's fearless. He picks up the ball. He drives at players. He wasn't just the goals he scored. He created chances as well. He created a great one for Harry Kane that Harry Kane should have done better with. Saka is really making an even bigger name for himself at this World Cup. He gets my NordVPN Player of the Day. And don't forget, you can go to nordvpn.com/AFTV to check out their deals. Get a NordVPN when you're on the road. It's really, really good tool to have. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you back tomorrow.